Hey everybody, welcome to Real Peak Gaming. Today we are on this channel, CharFX. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make an audio spectrum into After Effects. Create a new composition and call this audio spectrum. Okay, I spelled it wrong, but who cares? Anyway, you want to create a new solid. It doesn't really matter which color, because when you add the effect audio spectrum onto it, it's gonna always be pink, which is, it doesn't matter at all. So we can now add our song file, which I already imported. And if we just click on a black solid, go to the audio layer, and make sure it's C40 intro, or not C40, whatever song you use. Make sure you do side B, and stretch these out. So make sure it's 0 and 120. Inside, I don't know which side to use, but add polar coordinates, and then make sure it's polar, and you get this. But we don't want this. What we want is something halfway. So basically, we can divide this by 2, so now it's half. We can basically just add mirror, and we can change the reflection center to the center, of course. And yeah, around 960. Yeah, 960. And we can make the maximum height like 2000, depending on how your song is. We can make the frequency bands higher until, let's do like 1000 maybe. Let's do full. No, maybe more. 2000. It's very laggy, but who cares? Auto dirt. No. And frequency. We can make it end frequency maybe like 500. 250. Cuts off, but nobody even like noticed that. Maybe end frequency 1000. No wait, 500 and start frequency. Zero maybe. Maybe this 350. You can make audio offset like 0.3 maybe. Let's keep this at 2000 maybe. That doesn't look the best though. $500. We just stick with this. Can add a 4 color gradient. Yeah, like this. And yeah, we can now duplicate this. So we can duplicate this. What we can do is we can make the end frequency like 450 for this one, of course. No. No. That's weird. Let's do 100 bands. Can do audio offset 0.3. Is there something I'm missing? Missing. Extra height. I'm missing something, for sure. Oh wait, no. There we go. Okay, 500. 450. I cannot add. We don't need a blur actually. We can add a glow. You know how to put this below? And just leave it like this, I guess, because that looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Gotta duplicate this top one. Make sure the source is your song, or else it's not gonna work properly. You can make the path. No, wait, no. You can analog lines, analog dots. Not bad, but definitely not good. Do analog dots with like 50 frequency bands. Thickness maybe higher. Maybe higher frequency bands. Higher maximum height. We can glow onto this now. If you have plugins, you can use S glow like I have right here, but I'm not gonna. Since some people don't have plugins, we're just gonna use regular glow, cause you know why not. Frequency bands 25. Kinda laggy though. Now what we can do now, add solid and make your background. I'm gonna make the background like, actually it doesn't matter what color it is because you're gonna have to fill. So we can add a 4 color gradient like we did on the, yeah. Blend, no, wait, okay. Opacity. That we can change this. It's like around here. So something like this would be pretty good. Very laggy though. So we can no, wait, no. You're gonna add your profile picture, so I'm gonna come back and import it. So I imported my my profile picture that I'm gonna use for this, so we can scale this up until like it fits. I'm gonna make it stretched out just to be funny, you know. So we can make transparency like 50, see through a bit, and we're just gonna align this to her face. This maybe, it's pretty funny. We can now make this 100% and press Q until you get the circle tool. Double click on this and make the mask just the size of this circle. Something like this, except we can make it a bit smaller. Very laggy though, so that can be a problem sometimes. So something like this, that's pretty good. Like this, and just to be funny, we can add this onto it and make this hue. Yes. Yes, perfect. So we can now pre-compose everything except the song and call this song spectrum. Nope, we also want to not have this inside. Wait, no, wait, we need the song inside, never mind. Or else they won't work properly. We can delete this, and we can make a new composition and call this audio keyframes. We can add the song inside. And what we can do is add a high-low pass filter. Make yours a low pass. Make it dry out 100% and wet out 100%. Maybe cut off frequency 100. 20,000. Huh. I'm gonna check my settings that I normally use. Okay, so what we want to do is make this 100 and 100. That should sound quiet. Yes. Now we can create keyframe systems, convert audio to keyframes. We can remove, just optional, but you can remove the right and left channels. We need both channels only. And what we can do now, we can add a expression to this. You can do smooth and then 0.121. How would that do? I do not see any frames. So what we can do, just to check if it's good enough, we can add a grow text. Line to the middle. Do this. And we can now put below size. I'll click this and then parent this to over here. And we can do, pretty sure like right here you can do value plus. Nope, we have to do it below here. Value plus maybe right here. Zero point 0.06. 0.2. Nope, it's too smooth. 0.05. No, we need that expression. Nope, we have to get something smoother, like 0.8 maybe. Something like this. Now we can so that's good. That's good now. We can now copy this and put it over nope, here, and we can create a new null object. I'll click the size, put this below here, and we can open these and print the size to like this, and then we can add, of course, value plus. And we can now parent the scale with this to here.
Hovered above me.
Laggy. Do you see it's going down? We can now add glow onto an adjustment. Wait, no. Into a spectrum. That's kind of bright. Okay, we'll just leave it like this, and we can go to glow. Glow intensity. I'll click this. Go up to the scale of the null object. No, wait, we don't want the scale of the null object. We want the scale. We want the slider, both channels of the slider. So it's gonna be very bright, but if we do divide it by 20, we can also make the radius bigger. Can we divide it by 50 maybe? We don't want too much glow.
Hovered above me.
You see, it's once we go towards the drop, it's start getting bigger, but it's also gonna start getting the glow.
Above. Hovered above me.
You see that it got brighter
Hovered
onto
above
this
me.
edge. Here, see, and now we can add the twitch. Now you can probably already tell what we're gonna do here. We're gonna make the shake. This is a plugin, so make sure you have this. So enable slide and make the speed 100. Parent amount to up and slider. You're divided by 50, 25. Ten. 5. I think 5 is good.
Hovered above me.
And it should start shaking when it's like going bigger.
Hovered above me.
See that? It's bigger. So I'm gonna come back when it's like the green thing is like past a bit, so I can actually show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so it's been a while, and now the green thing's filled up. So we see this Charmander's orange.
Hovered above me.
It's chasing stuff. So on this part, it's really fun, which is what I want personally. But on this part, it starts going away, which is what we want, because it's the end.
Hovered above me.
Now, if you want, we can add particles. But yeah, okay, yeah, I was about to say you need a plugin, but then I decided I'm not gonna use particulars, so yeah, copies audio amplitude. Create a new accomplish particles. Create a new solid. And add CC particle world. We can go ahead and add a 4 color gradient below, and make sure this is on hue. Yes, there we go. So we can go to physics, gravity 0, velocity. That will depend on the audio amplitude later. Birth rate 0.1, like that. So we can go to effects, particle world, we can go to here, effects, boost channels, and a slider. We go to producer, and physics, and velocity, and we can apply this little line thingy over here. No. It struck back. So we can now see back here. Okay, well, let me just add this song so that I can demonstrate.
Hovered above me.
You see, it's 25 here, so we might want to do divided by 25.
Hovered above me.
Divided by 12.5 maybe.
Hovered above me. Hovered above me.
Now, here we don't need a smooth expression, I don't think.
Hovered above me. Hovered above me.
Or I can do is, yeah, I like that. And if you go back to here, no, yeah, I can go. Okay, delete this particle. And delete the song and the particles, and go back to spectrum, and add particles below everything, like here. This we can add a new solid, a black one. No, wait, no. For a new competition, call this shutters. Just to make this look cooler. Okay, a new solid. It's a black one, make sure. If you go back to spectrum and copy, or if you go to particle and copy this. No, wait, no. Yeah, it's the spectrum and copy this. There you go. Then, what composition is this? Audio spectrum? Okay. Delete this. wait a minute. Okay, good. Okay, no, yeah, wait, yeah. So, yeah, you want to copy that, and inside the shutters, you paste that in, and the value. Make sure it's on like smooth. The expression. Okay, yeah, it's there. So we can add CC JAWS. And we can go effects CC JAWS completion and parent this to here. And times 3. Okay. And we can go ahead and add this to our spectrum shutters. I think it will do well here. If you go to on spectrum now,
Hovered above me. Hovered above me.
but on the drop, it's going to become bigger so you can actually see everything.
Hovered above me.
Yeah, that looks bad. Just delete this. That was a mistake. We don't want that. So what we can just do now, I guess, is we can put this on top of everything. You just add CC JAWS 70%. It's regular, you know, regularly. Actually, we can just add this onto the here, new solid, and just do this. And now,
Hovered above me.
now we can just add a new adjustment line. You need a plugin for this, so if you don't have any plugins, then L. So what you can do is add a looks. You add looks onto this adjustment layer that I just made. Click on edit. And this will open up. Now, it's gonna be a bit weird. The UI is not Aftereffects UI. It looks like this. But what we want to do is we can add some diffusion, like 2 of them. You can change the colors a bit. We can then add duotone, Renoiser 2-step process. No, wait. Yeah, maybe that looks good. Maybe, I'm not sure. We don't need S curve. Yeah, I don't think we need it. We can add vignette, lens distortion. No, not lens distortion. Lens edge softness. Then lens distortion, I think. Do we need that? I don't think we need that. Yeah, let's not add that. Yeah, we can add exposure. Stops 0.1 to make it a bit brighter. We can add a 2-step process. Some more duotone maybe. Change the color of these duotones. Duotones. Do like this maybe. Color blend? No. Mojo? No. You just gonna mess around with the setting. You can add some S curve and move this down. Something like this. See, it looks gonna look very different and way cooler and way laggier.
Hovered above me.
So I'm gonna come back when I say done. Alright, so I have most of it done.
Hovered above me.
As you can see right here. It looks pretty good and the particles look awesome. So yeah, it's pretty good. Now, if you want, you could make a new adjustment layer and have RSMB, but we're not gonna do that because it lags the rendering time.
Above me.
So what we could do, create a new black solid and click OK. Press T and make it at the beginning, make this keyframe it.
Above me.
And around here we can make this 0 and make it move to the back.
Hovered above me.
It's be very laggy, that's the thing, but we see that it's like fading in, which is pretty cool. Yes.
Hovered above me. Hovered above me.
Like this.
Hovered above me.
So now, what we can do now, when the song ends, so let's just add this song in here, and it's this long, so you can do this, and make the composition around 10 seconds long, so let's just click on this, and make it 10 seconds long, like so.
Hovered above me. Hovered,
She at the end, so
hovered,
it's slower and stuff.
hovered above me. Hovered above. Hovered above. Hovered. Hovered.
At the end, we can make it fade out, so I can keyframe this. At the end, make it 100%.
Hovered above.
It's gonna be very laggy, again, because you see, when you add something new and you already have a lot of stuff added, it's gonna be very laggy.
Hovered above me.
So, what you can do now is you can save the project. You can, no matter which name you choose, you can go to Meeting Coder and find their file. Second drive. I can't find second drive from here. Bruh. Okay, so you can find this. Where is it? Open file. I can't open file location. No. Did I put documents inside? Okay, I did. But let's just not. Let's just not. You know. Let's just not talk about that. So you can go to After Effects Projects and import your thing into Meeting Coder. Choose the composition, which in this case the composition is audio spectrum with this little thing at the end. because I misspelled it because I'm funny. And just wait a bit. Click on this one. And start rendering. So that's all I got today. So bye guys, and see you next time.